Hey guys, coming back at you with the Contego design coming from Benchmade. Um, I was very sad that they discontinued them, but eh, I mean, other than that, I think that's how, one way a lot of knife makers, make their money. They put a good design out and they're like, you know what, we've sold a good bit, and they discontinue them, and, 5 years later they come out with something that has a similar design. Um, which I'm hoping they come out with something, and if they do, I'm hoping they stick with uh, either the CPM S30, S90. Hopefully they stay within that S category. I know their folder was the M4 CPM M4. I don't know if they had any of the S30. If they did, and I find out about it, I'm gonna have to look for one. Um, I've always been a Serrations fan. Uh, this one I used a good bit, both in and out of any law enforcement positions that I've had. Um, the handle, I did that myself. You can do it with a simple Dremel and sand, a little sander that can fit on the Dremel. Sorry. Um, as you can see, there's a few little areas where I ended up buffing, but since this one was a user, I was not too offended by any of the scrapings that I myself put on there. And other than that, it's been like that for a while, and no rust, nothing. Yeah, I can't even tell you how long that metal's been exposed there. So throw this one on the measure here. All right, we're looking at about 5 inch blade, and a little over 5 inches for the handle. So this one I've rarely had out. I just think it's a really, really awesome design. But so this is how the scales came. Very, very smooth. Um, so, I mean, I didn't do too bad of a job. That was my first ever handle job. Not bad at all, if I do say so myself. So we have that one, put it right there, that one right there, and the folder, last but not least. Oh, this one has very little work done with it. There we go. I've carried it once or twice, as you can see, little to no wear on it. And I think one of the reasons why I like I guess it's a modified Tanto, is you still have that belly, so you still have really good slicing capabilities. And, if that tip more or less has that reinforcement, similar, to the Tanto, Tonto. And I don't know. For me, it's kind of like what people say the 40 cal is. It's the best of both worlds. You get a good slicing belly. You don't have to worry about that Tanto line coming out, and it basically has a lot more uses. Some people just don't really like the design of it. Let's see. Let me do a quick measurement before I start ranting on it. It's about 4 inches. Yeah, just under 4 inch usable blade, and standard about the same handle, yeah, it's about the same exact handle area, so about 5 inches and 4 inches. Um, but yeah, you'll see on a lot of my knives that I like serrations. Reason being is I can go a lot longer without having to sharpen it. Um, whether it be law enforcement, truck driving, you know, I I'd rather be doing something else than having to sit down and make sure everything's razor sharp. Um, and there was one time I wish I would have um, had a camera, because I actually had about 50 feet worth of plastic wrapped around a tandem. It's more or less an axle for people that don't know truck lingo. And so I had to reach in about a 4 inch space between my tires, and my fist could barely fit in there as it is. And you know this blade can be as sharp as however you want it, but these serrations, not on this knife, but the other knife that I used, I was able to, instead of trying to move, like a fraction of a centimeter and get through all that 50 feet worth of plastic, I was able to dig those serrations in, kind of give it a 1-2 and kind of twist up, and I was able to rip it out. It would have lasted a lot longer if I would have just had a smooth blade. There are so many other times, I need to try and start listing them. But like heavy rope, if you needed a quick wire cutter, you could just find one of these pieces of serration that you don't really like, and close it like that. Put that wire right in there and pop. And, even if you screw that up, you just get a little chainsaw file and, smooth it out, and boom, you're good to go again. So, for me, having serrations, it's like a multi-tool. Other people, they say, hey, I keep mine sharp 24/7. I always sharpen it, and I've never had to use serrations. More power to you. But kind of like 45 versus 9mm, people are going to have their way set. And, good on you. But other than that, that's the overall look at the Contego line. Which I'm sure sooner or later I'll get a smooth blade just so I can kind of say, yeah, I got one. But, until then. And I guess for those that want to see the serration, it appears probably has about a centimeter more of serration. So it could be the angle. I don't know if they have a belt or something that when they lay it on, because realistically the only piece that makes it longer is just, it looks like it came at like on a deeper angle. I guess I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm saying, but this one looks like it was kind of attacked at like a 90 degree almost, and this one looks like more of a 45. So I don't really know how they do their serrations, but I guess shits and giggles for those that just wanted to see that comparison. And like I said, M4. This was going to be the M4. This was going to be the S30V, and same as that one. But other than that, if y'all have any videos you want to see, any other knives that that are discontinued, or ones that you just want to see, just let me know, and hopefully I might have it. If not, they give me something else to look for. And like, subscribe if you do like the content that I have. But other than that, y'all have a good one.